Hello and welcome to another video with me, Winner Android, with another video of Weekly Android, in which this episode is probably going to be very short, considering I really didn't do anything this week. Seriously. Kind of just, with anime this week, just kind of scrambled something together to talk about, which is Konosuba airing this season, with Megumin's backstory and stuff there. In which, yeah, comedy's still great and everything. Well, it's Konosuba, but I do kind of feel like some of the charm has been lost just due to a lack of the dynamics between characters that you had with Cosmo, Aqua, and Darkness, since they're not here for obvious reasons, considering this is Megumin's backstory. But yeah, we first got the first explosion now. So yeah, Chomsky's there and stuff. And I think I've gotten some spoilers on that, on exactly what Chomsky is. So yeah, interesting. But yeah, I really don't actually have anything else to talk about for this stuff. Considering yeah, I think there's only really one other anime that I really have something to mention for, but don't really feel like talking about it right now. So, yeah, I guess I'm done with anime for right now. So moving to the next thing, which I have to mention kind of, is the fact that I kind of realized that Kubo-san is going to be back soon, starting on the 16th. So, yeah, finally gonna be able to continue watching that. So, one more week of not having anything to watch on Tuesdays, considering it airs on Tuesdays. So, it'll be the one and only thing I'm watching on Tuesdays starting on the 16th for the rest of the season. And I guess I'll go ahead and mention each game situation kind of right now. So, yeah, Devious World, that's updated this week. I don't think I'm going to really touch it until next month, considering there's literally only two things for Devious Worlds, because the developer's main focus this month was on Devious Mundanity, apparently, considering all the stuff that was added there, and there was only being two things for Devious World. But, yeah. Besides Devious World, which I'm probably holding off for a month on that. We got Ripples, and also apparently now Heroes Harem Guild, because that's got an update for once. Now just wondering how long until Chapter 1 for that actually releases. Hopefully it's somewhat soon at least. And yeah, besides those two, the only ones I can actually think off the top of my head right now, I'm pretty sure there are others. Like Lessons in Love should be going public soon with that update, I think. But yeah, besides that stuff, I've kind of been playing one game on my phone for at least 200 days at this point, considering I just kind of looking through quests and stuff on there, which kind of makes it clear that I've been playing it for at least 100 days going by those things. But yeah, ReFantasia. Been playing that for a while now, and it had a crossover event with how not to summon a demon lord. And yeah, that crossover event was very pay to win, to be honest. It really was. Considering I don't really spend money on games at all, especially mobile games. But I was lucky enough to get Rim and Fanis in the first event, and the events kind of just went. And I'll just go ahead and say this right now. The events for there's two events basically, and they repeated as well. So you got 6 days for the first event, then 3 days, week break, 6 days, 3 days again. And first event was Rim and Fanis, and then the second event was 3 days long with Shera and Lumachina. And yeah, I was lucky enough to get Rim the first time with 10, doing 10 pulls on the gotcha, and then the second 20 time around I managed to get Fanis after doing 20 and getting the pity thing kind of for considering guaranteed to get her at 20. But yeah, second event for Shera and Lumachina was even more gotcha heavy with luck and stuff, considering the chances of being able to get them was a third of what it was to get the get Torim and Vanis in the first event. And so you had only 3 days to get them instead of 6, and she only had a certain only could do 30 tries each time. So 10 pulls each day. Well, the first event you basically could just get however many, depending on how lucky you were when it comes to getting coins. Yeah. So, overall with the crossover events for Reinvent Asia there, I managed to get everything. Besides Shera and Lumicina, and also, of course, the Diablo skin for the Lord. That was never an option for me in the first place, considering if I remember correctly, that was top 3 or top 10 ranking reward for the event. So, yeah, never stood a chance of getting that one. But other than that, I did actually get everything, considering I was able to get top 50 the second time around in both events. So I even got the chat bubble and everything. That I'll never really be using, considering I don't talk in chat, of course. But, yeah. Last week I was kind of thinking of mentioning this, but I decided just not to, considering I had some ear problems last week. Considering, let's see, when was it exactly? I think it was the 20th last month that I kind of just woke up and this ear was just muffled. I couldn't really hear anything that well in this ear. I could still hear, but everything was muffled basically. And I basically spent the next week dealing with that as before got it cleaned out, considering apparently somehow overnight tons of earwax in the game pushed deep into my ear there, which muffled my hearing there. And just to kind of give an example on how muffled that was, I was basically had to wear these headphones the entire time, which I normally don't do unless I'm recording. But yeah, volume wise, I normally have the headphones set at like 20 to 30 volume, but I had to turn up the volume on this speaker for the headphones up to like 70 to make it where it was even with this side with the ear muffled and everything. So, yeah, got the ears cleaned out, and besides the following day and everything, kind of having a bit of pain in one ear and just a bit awkward in the other, considering, yeah, ear was clogged up for an entire week. It's going to feel weird. And the other side, well, I think kind of went a bit too deep when they were cleaning it, but, yeah, all that stuff's dealt with, finally. But, yeah. I honestly don't really have anything else to talk about, I think. Yeah, I don't think I do. So, I guess I'll just go ahead and end the episode here. So, yeah, that's there is in this video. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.